Hi, we are live. Hello, anybody in the house? I'm not seeing any comments over here yet.
Hi, everybody.
Hello. Is anybody there? Let me go over here and see if I see anything. I see that you're live. It says KRISTY's live.
We're a little bit early, so maybe.
We are a tiny bit early. That might be why, but I don't even know how to get to my own channel from here. Oh, there it is.
There we go. Hi, everybody. Hi, Linda. Hi, Estelle. Hi, Sherry.
Hi, Alexandra.
Hi, Darlene.
Linda.
Darlene. That feels like a good Southern.
I know,
name.
right?
That sounds like a name. And midnight at the Blackbird. Hi, Amy and Joan.
Hey, Kathleen.
Hi,
Long time
Dawn.
no see. Kathleen was in my retreat today.
Oh, cool.
Hi,
You said you had
Dawn.
how many? 14?
14 with me. Yes, but I think there was like 2 people who didn't show, but they get the replay. So yeah.
Hi, Karen, and hi, Shonda. How are you? Yay,
Hey,
we're so
Linda.
happy to see you. Has everybody read the book, or are you guys still reading? I read early this month again. I want to roll, man.
I didn't read that early. I finished it like 2 or 3 days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good though.
I'm pretty far. Book. Yeah.
I have not started reading 11/22/63, and you have, so kudos, because that's a long book.
I'm thinking it so far. Oh, good. Amy says she read the book and really liked it. I'm going to go out on a limb and say I think this was my favorite book we've read so far.
You're not the only one saying that. You're not the only one saying that. Yeah, because I've seen that in the chat.
Okay. Has anybody... Okay, everybody's saying yesterday. Okay. Joan said you only read half of it. Keep going, Joan. Keep going.
Yep.
Great book pick. Really a good book. I know. Sherry, I have been binge watching. I do this like every couple of years. Gilmore Girls. I, after reading this book, just want to go to a little Stars Hollow 2 light town and visit. I'm with you. Let's go, girl. So I know that this author, and I've heard, but I haven't researched it, so this is hearsay. I've heard that, I know she has other books, but I've heard that some of her other books are like, continue with the same story. Is that true?
Oh. I don't know.
Hi, Joan. Hello, Teresa.
Jelly bean, I can't see you.
I feel like I maybe read that in the chat or maybe on the Facebook group. I can't remember now.
Well, if so, then I would like to know that, because I would like to read more about them. I thought the characters were great. I liked them.
I thought the characters were great, too. I really liked the story. We were kind of looking for more like a, I don't want to say spooky, but we were kind of looking for a different type of story, I think, when we were picking the book, because it was October and we didn't scary. But I really liked the way it turned out.
Me too. Me too. I'm really happy we read it. It wasn't spooky, but I'm very happy we read it. I really liked the book.
Yeah, it was light. It was a fast, easy read. It was a read that I could put down, but easily just get right back into the story. Yep. So if anybody's read anything else by that author, I would love to know what your thoughts are, if you have a recommendation. I guess we'll just jump right into the book. So the beginning of the book was Anna Kate. Kind of gave her history, saying that she had to move there and live there. How long does she have to live there?
2 months.
60 days.
Yeah, 60 days. Yep.
And gosh, she really got enveloped in that town in 60 days. I mean,
well, and you know, it was really hard to do because it was a small town and everybody knew each other and they already knew her family, so it was almost like she was part of it, like just arriving there, she was already accepted in. So,
but some of the people didn't even know that she had a granddaughter. You know, some people didn't even know.
That's true.
That the grandmother had family. But I got to tell you, my favorite character in the whole book was Faylene. I loved Faylene. I loved everything about her. I loved her busybodiness. I loved her sweet southernness. I loved her, like, lifting everybody up and always making a good time. Anytime Faylene was in the chapter, I loved it. I loved her so much.
Well, I think I liked the baby girl, Natalie's baby. Hi. Oh my gosh. See, it was like because I listened to Audible. I don't know if you guys listened to it, but
I read it.
The way that they did it in the book, oh my goodness. Like every time she came on, she was like, hi. Oh my gosh.
You know, when at the end when she just said hi and they said she dropped her second hi, I was like,
I know, right? Oh my goodness.
Linda. Hi, Linda.
Oh, Estelle,
with the book.
Estelle says that she has a really good series about witches under the name Heather Blake.
Oh, okay.
I did not know that either.
And then I loved Natalie, and actually, I just mentioned Gilmore Girls, and I feel like Natalie and Celie's relationship was kind of like Emily and Lorelai's. If you're a fan. I was surprised at how fast Celie
changed,
snapped out of her. It's been like 20 years or something that she just was kind of hateful and mean and unhappy, and it took one look. At
that first Sunday supper, though, there was that small moment of time when I thought, oh, I don't know, is she gonna? But you're right. I thought she came around pretty good.
Yeah, I liked her. I liked Celie. I liked Doc. I don't know. I just liked everybody, and I loved the name of the character. Was it Auden? He was the dad of Summer.
Yes, I keep saying his name wrong too, and I know that they said it in the book, and I don't remember.
I think it's Auden. I think that's a really cool name. I liked that.
Yeah.
Oh, Ollie was the little girl. That's right, Ollie.
Ollie. Oh my gosh, I just thought she was adorable.
She was really, really cute. Yes, this would be a good show for Netflix. I think so too. I totally agree, because I think they could totally develop the characters, and it kind of feels like a little bit of a Virgin River, only with a southern twist.
I agree. If you guys are having issues with the connection, try refreshing. A couple people have said that they refreshed and it's better.
Oh, okay. I'm still seeing it. You liked him too, yeah. So, okay, I know some people haven't, well, I don't know. Cover your ears, because we're going to talk about Gina and Bo. Okay? Gina and Bo. I clued into something going on with Gina and Bo when they walked into the house after Summer had shown Natalie the, like, Harry Potter closet with all the dried mulberries. But when they came in, she seemed, like, almost afraid of them. Did anybody pick that up? And I was like, is there something? I kept waiting for there to be something seedy about them. Maybe I just read into it wrong, but the rest of the book was fine. And then, of course, we know, or it's assumed, that Gina was the bird because she had the feather in her hair at the end, and Bo was the cat because he had the scar. So I thought that was a fun little twist.
I didn't. Y'all know me. I don't try to, and so I don't know. I didn't pick up on it until later.
She just tried to get out of the kitchen so quickly when they came in that I was like, something. is something wrong?
Yeah.
I don't know. And then I keep waiting for something to happen, and it never did. So maybe I just read it weird.
Well,
I don't know.
I would like to see a sequel. If there's not already one, which I have no idea if there is or not, I haven't even looked. But if there is, I would love to keep reading about everybody there. I would. So
yeah, if you're just coming in, we were talking about, we thought somebody said that maybe that she had a sequel of this or a couple of books from this series. If you know anything about that, let me know.
Yeah,
I meant to look it up. I saw on Amazon she's got a bunch of books. And I definitely want to read more of her. I loved her. I loved this author's writing. I loved her character development. I really liked it.
I did see on her website that she does have some series as well. So The Witches might be one of them, because I know Estelle was mentioning that. And then I think she has some other ones, though, too.
Yes. Alexandra said they had to make up for something. Maybe they were in the accident where Aubyn's wife died. Yes. The cat was chasing the bird, which caused the wreck.
Accident.
But was it Aubyn's wife or was it Natalie's dad? One of the accidents was caused by the bird and the cat, and that's why they were making amends. But it must have been.
It had to be Anna Kate's dad, right? The one with her mom and her dad.
Because they had been there for 20 years, so it had to have been Anna Kate's dad.
Right.
Yes. Or no, Natalie's dad. Sorry.
Well, Natalie's dad is
the one who died. You're right. No. Anna Kate. I'm getting.
Yeah.
Natalie's dad, Doc. Yeah, you're right. Anna Kate's dad. That AJ, that was the accident,
which was suspicious before.
The cat and the bird caused the accident, and that's what they were making up for.
Right.
For the 20 years.
That was a long. That was a long making up period, but still.
I thought it was too when Natalie, she had to move back. She didn't have a lot of money. She was at odds with her mom. She wanted to move out, and her dad was like, give me a year, and he was trying to offer her money. And I feel like and she wanted to resist it because she wanted to do it herself. And I kind of felt that because, I think a lot of us have trouble accepting help sometimes. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and plus,
it's hard.
I think that the way that her family turned, or what her family turned into after her brother died, just made the whole thing, where she probably just she didn't want any help. She was like, no, you could have helped me when I was a kid, and,
Ooh, Teresa had a good question. She says she wonders if Z knew about Bo and Gina. Interesting.
I don't know. That's a good question.
She did say Z told Anna Kate that she would have people along the way that would be there to teach her and to help her. She told her that when she was a little girl because her mom wouldn't let her talk about the mulberries and all the things.
Right.
So maybe, I just got chills. I didn't even think about that. I don't know why. Interesting. What do you guys think? Do you think Z knew about Bo and Gina? That's a good, I don't know. I kind of feel like she must have.
Z was pretty savvy, so.
Yeah.
I think I would have thought that she would have known too. The only thing is about it is, how when she says, I forget what they call them, the keeper of whatever, that they can't get the dreams, they can make the pies. Yeah. But they can't get the dreams to help them wherever. So, but I still think Z was in on a lot of stuff. I really think that she had just that intuition about her. It felt that way to me anyway, even though we didn't really know her.
She did, because she was trying to get Anna Kate and what was the neighbor's name that she ended up getting together?
Well, that was her lawyer, right? That was her estate lawyer.
Right. But it was. He had coffee with her every day. The grandfather told him. I think she had always kind of planned
Yeah.
That.
Yes.
Which
I think they all.
I can't remember his
they
name.
all knew. I'm trying to find it on this list.
I kept getting. Oh yeah.
Because I've got the list here of questions from the author.
I have another question to ask you. So if you could, think about this, if you could eat a blackbird pie and have a dream of someone you've lost, it's a double-edged sword because, like, what was the old man's name? I loved him too. Mr.
The guy who was always at the door. Lazenby?
Oh, Mr. Lazenby. He couldn't get away from it. Like, he had to have it every day, almost like a crutch.
Yeah.
And some people, like Faylene, chose to not eat it again after she lost her husband. So if you could, Gideon, thank you. If you could have a chance to eat a piece of blackbird pie and be visited by a loved one, would you choose to do it?
I would. I would always say yes.
Yeah, I would too. Yeah.
I'm almost not even that. I'm not even that particular about who it would be. I just would say yes. I would always say yes.
Yeah. And I thought it was interesting that it could be like any kind of pie. Like blackbird pie wasn't like.
It wasn't blackbirds either. Like it was, right? It wasn't like you.
Says yes, Sherry says yes, she would. Alexander. So everybody so far, yeah, Catherine. Hi, Catherine. I don't think I said hi to you. If I missed anybody, hey, girl, hey.
Yeah.
Catherine said she would love to be visited by your mom. Linda says yes, 100% yes. Yeah. I think so too. I mean, how could you not? But I also thought it was funny that Mr. Lazenby's wife was like bossy.
Pushing him toward
well, he was like, you need to pay the insurance and wash the car, and he was like giving him chores. He had a honey-do list from beyond the grave, poor man.
And then she was trying to get him to stop eating the pie. She was like, don't go until 9, or whatever. Or, because he was always first one at the door to get the pie.
I know, but he was a funny character too. But I loved him too. I could like picture him in like pants that go like up to like his chest and like his little tie and his white shirt and kind of like a Floyd. This is the picture that I got. Like if you ever watched the Andy Griffith Show,
yeah,
Floyd without the little mustache. That's kind of how I pictured Mr. Lazenby. Oh my gosh. What I found interesting about the pies is that it wasn't anything profound. Your loved ones just came and had a small chat and you couldn't choose who visited you. Yes. And it was just something as simple as the mulberries, but I guess because the blackbirds sang, that's what made them special.
Yep. Good point, T.
And then I wonder, you wonder like what would have happened? How sad would it have been if Anna Kate decided to go to medical school and to leave? It would have all died. It would have all been gone.
I know. My mom says she would like to be visited by her mom.
Yeah. Yeah. But I do, I think if I was depressed and stuck in the past, then no. It's about roads not taken. Yeah, I totally agree. Because I think you could fall into that Mr. Lazenby, gotta have it every day. But I also think, when you look at Mr. Lazenby, he sort of liked his community. Faylene would be there, and then the other, what was the little lady's name who had the like high hair that they ended up being together? She was, and I think yes, it was partly about his wife, but I think he was because they would stay there every day and eat, and he was a creature of habit, and I think that was part of his family.
I love how he was the first one to come back and go, the pie's broke.
Yeah.
Your pie's broken. I was like, what?
I knew, I think it was chapter 2 when I'd fallen in love with the book, when Natalie came up to Faylene, and Faylene just went like a mile a minute. I could hear her southern accent and everything she was saying, and it was almost like a running sentence and how fast she talked. I knew I loved the book as soon as I read Pebbles. Yes, Pebbles.
Pebbles. Thank you.
I have like it was my great grandma. No, maybe it was my great grandmother. I have a Pebbles in my family. I think it was. Oh, it was my great grandmother. My grandmother's mother was named Pebble. Well, Pebble, not S. Pebble. I think that's so funny because I always think of Pebbles Flintstone. And I'm like, oh, we have a Pebble. I don't know if that was like a popular name back in that time. I don't know. I've never heard of anybody else other than Pebbles Flintstone and my great grandmother.
I've only heard of the Flintstones. So yeah,
Yeah.
Was it her nickname or was Pebble like her name?
I don't know. Her name was Pebble. Pebble. Isn't that funny?
I think it's funny.
Yeah. But I mean, maybe it was a popular nickname like Irma and Veronica.
Yeah, it's possible.
I don't know.
It's possible. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm going to look and see if there are any really good questions. I know there's one on here that I was looking at and we've been talking about if it were on Netflix. So if you were casting a movie based on this book, which actors would you choose for the major roles in the story? We already know who Mr. Lazenby is.
I mean, I feel like we gotta have a Reese Witherspoon in there, but because she's older, I don't think she could play Anna Kate or Natalie. She could play a Faylene, maybe.
Yeah, she could.
I don't know. I'm trying to think. Not that it would have to be a Southern actor. I definitely think you could do a Matthew McConaughey as like maybe Gideon. And you know what? Okay, I'm just going to compare because you know my favorite author, Mary Kay Andrews. I love that everybody loved Gideon's fried chicken, and I wanted that fried chicken. Now, Mary Kay Andrews, when she writes about a recipe in her book, she puts the recipe at the end of her book.
Oh, so somebody needs to write a letter to Heather and tell her she needs to put that fried chicken recipe in there. I wanted fried chicken at that point, so.
I know. It sounded so good.
Leah said that she was thinking about Reese as well.
Yeah. I think Matthew McConaughey's very Southern. What other Southern actors? I mean, like I said, have to be, but I feel like who else could play that? Like,
well, I was thinking like for Celie, maybe like it's in my head, Sally Field, or
oh yeah,
I could really see Sally Field in that role. I could. And I don't know. I mean, you know, the way that they do things with actresses these days, they probably would put Reese in one of those younger roles. Maybe Natalie at least, because she's a little older, but not that much older.
I don't know.
But I would like her. I would like her for any of those other roles as well. I thought she would be great.
Yeah. Maybe Reese is like 10 years younger than I don't even remember. Age is relative at this point.
I know. And they can make her probably look 20 years younger.
Yeah. Yeah. But what I thought was interesting, now this math did math for me. Auden gave her the recipe for the lemonade. The iced tea. The iced tea. And she started putting a portion of the iced tea proceeds into a college fund for summer to help with her bills. And all of a sudden she was like, with the iced tea and the
T-shirts,
something else, we're gonna have like $10,000. And I was like, you're gonna have $10,000 in I mean, I know they had a lot of tourists from the Blackbirds, but I was like, I'm gonna have $10,000 in a matter of a month from iced tea.
Yeah, in a T-shirt, the T-shirts, right?
Yeah, they were doing T-shirts and stuff too, but I was like, I don't know about that. But I love that Auden, although he was it kind of became reclusive just a little bit, but he was so excited to start the T-shirt business, and he had opened his house to guests, and I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
Sandra Bullock. Yeah. She would be good.
Maybe she could be, what's her name? The bird. Just forgetting everybody's name. Y'all know me. I can't remember everybody's name.
Jenna.
Or Gina. Thank you. Well, I don't remember how they said it in the book. Maybe it was Gina.
I think it's Gina.
Is it Gina? Yeah.
I know. I love The Secret Pantry too. I mean, she said, I couldn't even picture this because she said at one point, I think I'm remembering this right, that there had to have been like 1,000 bottles of that dried mulberry.
Wow.
Picture 1,000 bottles. That's a lot. That's
a lot of bottles.
Did I make that up? Did she say 1,000 bottles? I feel like it was. She said that because I was like, darn.
I don't remember the number, to be honest. I don't know. I loved this book. I thought, and the thing is, this is what I love about book club, because I never would have picked that book up. I never would have picked that book up. Yeah.
I have not, and I follow Book Talk and Bookstagram. Like, I'm all over it. And I've not heard anybody talk about this book. Nobody.
No.
I need to go over there and do it.
No. And I thought it was great. So, yeah. I'm so happy for book club right now, because I wouldn't have read it. And I think I would like to, like I said, I would really like to read more of her books.
I do too.
I'm not big in the witches, but I would probably even read one of the witch books, if just to, but yeah.
Yeah. I
Very
feel
happy.
like after I read Fourth Wing and then I read this one, like I just feel like nothing else is going to compare, and so I just don't even want to I haven't even wanted to pick up a book.
Well, we do have your favorite author coming up in December, so,
I know. I have not started her book yet, and it's hard.
Well, and also, I'm very curious to find out what I end up thinking about this Stephen King book, only because, number one, I've read a Stephen King book, and I did not enjoy his writing. Number two is because I also would not have picked it up knowing that it was a JFK book kind of thing, because it's like I'm kind of JFK'd out. There was like that whole time in the 90s when everything was coming out about the JFK, and so I don't think I would have normally picked this up, and so I'm excited now to read it because of this book, because like I ended up really liking it, so I'm excited to get started on that one too.
I like it so far. It's very different, in my opinion, than anything we've ever read. And is this our first author that we've read that's male? Is this our first book club book that's a male author?
I think so.
I think it is too, and I think that makes a difference.
Okay. I'm excited.
I'm
going to start it early too, because it's long.
Yeah, although the main character is a man, so it's told from the male perspective. Even though when we read the Ireland book, what was that one called? I can't remember now. You guys know.
With the different perspectives, and it had some men in it.
Yeah, that's true. It did have perspectives. But this is definitely the male perspective. And it's different, like I said, than anything that I've read. I'm not super far in, maybe like 25%. But I like it. I like it. I know, Amy, I am too. I actually switched over I started reading it, and then I was like, I'm never going to finish this. So I switched over to Audible, and it takes me 30 minutes to get to work and 30 minutes to get home. So I've just been listening to it back and forth on the way home. So that's the way I'm getting through the book. I abandoned the reading and went to the Audible.
Yeah, if you guys don't already know, because I know that KRISTY had left a video for us. The Audible book is it's really long. It's 30-something hours, right?
Or 20.
Is it 20-something or? I don't remember. I just remember it's long. It's like either 20-something or 30-something hours. if you listen.
It's a long.
So it's big.
Yeah.
So I would get started early if you're a slow reader or if you're, just in any, I don't know.
Heather, I didn't know that. Heather.
No, that's true.
What?
Oh, no, I just saw Alexandra's. Never mind. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're right, Alexandra. That's right. You're right. Okay.
I totally forgot that.
Heather,
She's right.
Yeah, I did. Heather said that they made the Stephen King book into a TV show, and she thinks it's on Hulu. I watched it, and it's great. It has James Franco.
I like James Franco.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had some credits for Audible. I canceled my Audible membership, but I still had, Teresa says it's 850 pages. Well, we were mighty ambitious with this pick.
Right.
Yeah, I had some Audible credits, so I was like, we're going to listen. And
I don't think we knew that when I personally didn't know it when we put it up in the thing for like one of the choices. I didn't know it was that long.
I think people vote, or people gave us suggestions. I think that was somebody's suggestion.
Yeah.
You're going to read it on the... That's a good idea. Yeah. I got to finish mine. Because when Fourth Wing comes out, I'm checked out.
When is it coming out? Do you know?
November 7th. I've already asked off.
Ah, okay. You've already asked.
I'm so far down. I can tell you all the theories. I can tell you everything. Like, you have no idea how deep I've thought about this book. I'm obsessed with it. I'm obsessed with it. Yeah, the Audible book is 30 hours. Okay. That's why I went on. Make sure that you're going onto the Facebook group, because they did, do a little video that just said, hey, heads up. If you haven't started reading Midnight at the Blackbird Cafe, read it, because the November book is long and you're going to need extra time. So make sure you're popping in now and then. Okay. Yeah. Eva says that she enjoyed the book, but wasn't feeling the movie. Was that the
Stephen King?
The Stephen King. 30 hours is ambitious. Although, doesn't Stephen King typically write pretty long books?
Well, I've never actually listened to one on Audible. The one time that I did read one of his books, it was the book. So I don't know, and it was so long ago. But I think his books are usually, I remember whenever I picked up the one that I did read, it was kind of thick and the print was small. So I'm going to say yes.
Okay. Joe, hey girl, hey, I am so proud of you. Joe just said she just finished the book 5 minutes ago. Way to squeak it in, girl. Snaps to you. And she thought it was a sweet book. I'm so glad that you liked it. Yes, the Stephen King. Okay, so she didn't like that one. I've only watched one Stephen King movie, and it was The Langoliers, which was weird in its own right, but I kind of loved it.
I've watched a few of his movies.
Weird.
Yeah, and the movies, when they make the movie, the things that I don't like about the book are never part of the movie. So I always usually like the movies, but to me, I don't find. Okay, with the exception of maybe Cujo, because that's a scary book. That dog's scary, okay? But the other movies that I've watched of his books, to me, they're more just maybe creepy to, because Dolores Claiborne, okay? It's that's not scary. That woman, she's full on nutballs, right? And so it's most of the time it's just freaky kind of stuff, It's not. I think Cujo was the only one that I can remember anyway, because clowns are not scary to me. I guess it depends on the person, but since I don't find clowns I didn't find that scary at all. I thought that movie actually was kind of dumb. So I'm glad I didn't read it, because I didn't get into it. But Cujo, I never will forget Cujo. I saw that movie maybe twice, and that dog, whew, that's a scary dog. And I love dogs.
So let's change. Let's just turn for just a minute, because I have a question for you. And I hope that you guys too, that we're staying 3 months ahead on our books. So let's talk about the January book for just a minute.
Yep.
I have a couple of ideas. Okay, we haven't done a biography yet. I also think we haven't done a classic yet. I think a classic book would be fun.
Yeah, that kind of scares me.
Well, we're trying to expand our horizons.
I know. I'm not saying no. I'm just saying I am not a lover of classics. That's all I'm saying, but I will read them. Absolutely.
Oh, see, give me a Pride and Prejudice or something. I love it. Or I think the fan favorite seems to be the suspense sort of mystery.
I think so too.
So,
yeah.
What direction do we want to go? Do we want to go back to a suspense mystery kind of book, or do we want to do a totally different genre? Because I'm kind of okay with any of them. Maybe we can ask that on the Facebook group too. We can kind of take a poll.
Yes, we can.
Ooh,
we can do that.
I just got a classic. I got it from which box did I open? And it was a classic book. And I haven't, so the Tenant of Wildfare Hall, now I think I have it wrong. I'd never heard of it before.
Catherine, I'm with you. I forgot about The Shining. You're right about that one.
Ooh.
She said The Shining was scary. I forgot that was a Stephen King, honestly. I forgot that was a Stephen King.
Yeah. Okay. Alexandra's right. Alexandra, you have the mind. You have the mind I need, because she remembers everything. The Dolly Parton book was the biography.
That's true. That's okay.
It's still saying a cozy mystery, and I think that might be the way to go, because it's January, it's cold, we might need something. What do y'all think? You like the ROM mystery ones, ROM spy. Yeah, I think I personally do want to do a fantasy one. That's not my genre typically, but man, I'm kind of into it right now. Yeah. So kind of let's talk about that in the Facebook group.
I'll pop up some things for us to vote on.
Okay.
And Eva says, if you decide to do young adult, the author Robin Woods said she would zoom in.
Oh.
I don't know who Robin Woods is, but I will look that up and let me. Yep. Let me look her up.
Eva, can you email me? Just because if we decide maybe that's something we want to do, like in February or something, or I don't know, we have your information. My email is in the description box of any of my videos. So if you don't mind to email me, just so I have your contact information, that'd be great. I think that would be so fun. Oh, I love historical fiction too, Joe. I love it. You give me a promenade around the town with a fancy gown and a tea time, and they have an English accent. I am there for it.
Are these the Watcher books by Robin Woods? Because I'm seeing those here. There's The Unintended, The Nexus, The Sacrifice, Allure, The Fallen 2. It says Robin Woods.
Okay. Eva's going to send me her information.
Okay, cool.
Some people are, Alexandra's saying dystopian. I love a dystopian. Is there any good dystopian out right now? I feel like that was the genre for a while, and I loved it. But I don't know of anything. Is there any, like, dystopian that you've read lately? Anybody that you like?
Wasn't that The Fourth Wing? Wasn't The Fourth Wing dystopian? Sort of?
It was fantasy.
Okay.
I love those dragons, man. Bring them all to me. I'm telling y'all, I'm so deep in Fourth Wing. I'm so deep. I've read it again. I'm going to read it a third time. I have so many theories. I'm going to stop talking. February should be romance. I think I agree with Linda.
Okay.
Oh, young adult with vampires. Okay.
Okay. Okay, cool. They're saying that's the Robin Woods. Okay, so that's the right one. Awesome.
The Nexus.
The Nexus is the second book. The first one is the Unintended. So it's the Unintended is Watcher number 1. The Nexus is Watcher number 2. The Sacrifice is number 3. Allure is... Oh. Allure is number 0.5. So it would go before number 1. So I guess you'd read that one first. And then number 4 is The Fallen Part 1. And number 5 is The Fallen Part 2.
You know, we could always get a little crazy, ladies. We could always get a little crazy and have 2 book picks in the same month. So if you weren't into the young adult or maybe you weren't into the fantasy, we could have like 2 book club nights and you could pick the book. I don't know. Just saying. We could get a little crazy. Be okay. If somebody wasn't into vampires, they can have an alternative.
I'm not into vampires, but y'all, I'm telling y'all, I will read anything that is voted on. I will read anything.
I'll read it.
Yes.
Or you need to talk, girl. You just read it. Options are nice, yeah. We always try. Make sure you're going to the Facebook group because we always let you vote. Typically, most months. We
didn't let y'all vote in December. Yeah, we kind of we took that one over. But usually you guys vote everything. So yeah. Usually we even let you tell us what to vote on.
Yeah, a lot of times we ask for your opinions. So I'm not into vampires, but then me too, I love Twilight. But I didn't read the Twilight books, I watched the movies. So I will say that.
Joe, we don't judge. We don't judge, honey. Not at all. We love what we love, you know?
Oh, yeah. I didn't think I liked dragon books, but now I'm in love with them. I'm glad you're looking forward to December. Did I tell you guys? Mary Kay Andrews responded to my Instagram story.
Oh my goodness.
And I fangirled so hard.
That's so awesome. You should now start sending her messages and say, hey, you want to come on our Zoom?
I can't let her see my craziness. I can't.
Do you want me to be crazy? I can act like I'm her biggest fan.
No. Interview with a Vampire by Anne Rice is also a good one. I have only seen that movie too. I've heard that the Twilight books were way better than the movies, but I did really like the Twilight series. I really did.
I'm going to keep my mouth shut about that one.
About Twilight. That's all right. You don't have to like it all.
I know. I'll just say I just didn't care for them. That's all. I wouldn't go so far as to oh my God. I mean, I'm not going to judge either. Please, they were a huge hit for many, many people.
Eva, last summer she read War and Peace. That was part of my bucket list. Girl, you go.
If y'all are going to have me read a classic book, please make it a shorter one.
Oh my goodness, y'all are funny. What's my best trait that I'm trying not to show my crazy to Mary Kay Andrews?
Oh my goodness. So
okay,
funny.
So make sure you go over. You think you can put the poll up tomorrow with that?
Yeah, I'm going to write it down right here. So if I don't fall asleep in my dinner, I will do it tonight.
So we're going to do cozy. These are the choices, right? Cozy, mystery, fantasy, classic. Did we say something else? Historical fiction? What? I feel like we said something else. Cozy, mystery, fantasy.
I thought y'all said dystopian.
Oh, dystopian. Yeah.
Okay. I have that written down. That's why I thought maybe we said that. And so we're going to do the YA later after we talk about Robin Woods, right?
Yeah, well, we could do, yeah.
Okay.
Craziness is my best trait. Thank you. Oh, dark. Okay, Okay, Alexandra, I need to know about this because I keep hearing the term dark academia or academia, however you pronounce it. And I see a lot of it in terms of like decorating. What sort of book is dark academia? I haven't ever researched it, but I would like to know what exactly is that genre? Like what does that make sense? What question I'm asking? Like what is that about?
What would be an example of dark academia? Yeah.
Yeah, we'll decide. We'll vote on Facebook. We'll leave the poll up for maybe like what, I don't know, week, 5 days, something like that.
Yeah, a few. We'll give you enough time for sure. It'll be at least 4 or 5 days, and we'll keep it up.
Yeah. And you guys can pick. Is Handmaid's Tale dystopian? Yeah, I would say. I definitely would say. Would you guys agree?
Who's puking?
Uh-oh.
Well, I don't hear it now. Maybe it was a false alarm.
Oh no. Don't you? I hate that when teachers, like even with my kids, when they would have to read books and then do book reports, I just felt like that took the joy out of reading for my kids. I don't know. I have a very different, if you're a teacher, don't come for me. I get why you have to do book reports for writing and stuff, but I just felt like my kids lost their love of reading because of book reports and things. Yeah, it would be fun to read them once again for not a grade.
She says the ninth house.
The ninth house. I've heard of the ninth house. Okay, I want to look that up because I'm curious about like that. Y'all, my desk, my life right now. Here's a pen. I think this pen is from the Journal Jump Box. All right, the ninth house. Okay. So I'm going to look that up.
Okay, cool. So I got that.
Oh, Anne of Green Gables. That would be so fun to read just for fun. A Tree Grows in Brooklyn, The Secret Garden, The Little Prince. Yeah. Usually take place in schools and universities. Okay. Okay. Yeah, book reports in my family were not fun either.
I used to be good at book report type of things. Now I can't. My brain doesn't work the same way as whenever I was a kid. I don't know why, but yeah.
I just know both of my kids liked to read when they were young. They really liked to read, and I just felt like it got beat out of them. But I'm not. I mean, I'm not picking on the teachers or the school or anything. I understand, but it just makes me sad that they don't like read like they used to. You thought you hated reading until you became an adult. English literature was the worst for you. Yeah, I totally agree. Me too. If I never had to write another report again, I'd be happy. Which I don't, because I'm an adult.
Right? Because I don't have to read classics anymore. Sorry, that's just me. It's just me.
Yeah, Wuthering Heights. I vote no for Wuthering Heights. Oh, I can't do that book. Dare. That would be fun. Pride and Prejudice. English literature is your passion and shopping. I love it. What's the Russian book that's really, really thick, that's where they're on a train and Anna Karenina? It's like, yeah. I've never read A Tree Grows in Brooklyn either.
I've never read that either. I've actually never even heard that before, so I don't know why. I think that's kind of weird that I haven't heard that because
But I don't know, I'm not, listen, I just would not have thought about that as a classic, but it is a classic. That might be a good one to read. Don't like Heathcliff? No, I don't like any of them. I don't like Wuthering Heights. No. I tried to watch the movie again just recently, and I'm like, no.
I'm not a Shakespeare fan either.
East of Eden. I've that one. Okay, for those of you, if anybody is coming in, is there anything you want to discuss? Does anybody want to come on screen and talk about the book at all? We can drop a link if you do. Just to circle back around to the book for those of you who might have come in late. Is there any questions you have, favorite characters you have, thoughts? Did anybody figure out if she made sequels to this book? Let me know. We know that she has other books. We've heard tell that maybe some of the books were sequels.
Ooh, there was a good question in here. Cam tells Natalie that sometimes people lie to protect the ones they love. Have you ever lied to protect someone? Do you regret it, or do you stand by the decision?
Yes, I've lied to protect. Yeah, for sure.
Do you still feel the same way about it, or do you regret it?
Yeah, I mean, the first thing that came to my mind is my grandmother died on Easter. So I did not tell my kids on Easter that their great-grandmother died, who they loved. You know, I wanted to protect Easter for them and preserve it, and so I put it off a day.
Okay.
I mean, that's a minor lie, but it is a lie to protect them. I wanted,
sure.
You know.
Yeah. I agree. I'm trying to think if I ever have or not. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, the people are talking about our book club trip. We got to get on that.
I know.
We keep talking about it.
I know. We keep talking about it, and I don't know why. I think
it's hard to get out of there. You have to fly into Knoxville, which is a smaller airport, and then drive, which is fine. But we were looking for something, I think, that was going to be a little bit easier to navigate in and out of.
Right.
So we're still talking. Don't give up on us.
Yeah, don't give up, because I think I just got off track because of that. Because every time I would sit down and I would try to go, okay, so, you know, if I were to go, I would fly. Well, of course, I would fly into Atlanta because I got somewhere to go. But I would fly to Atlanta, then we'd have to drive over, and it's not that that's even a big deal. Like you said, it's not a big deal. But then it's trying to coordinate all the things in that area, and there weren't a whole lot of things that were cool enough. I mean, if you weren't completely into Dollywood, there's not that much to do stuff. Unless you go a little bit further to Gatlinburg.
In Forge and Gatlinburg, there's a billion things to do.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was looking, I wasn't finding anything great. So
you just go look. Yeah, they're 30 minutes away. They're just you go through these beautiful Great Smoky Mountains to get from one to the other. But there is a billion things to do. But in terms of, we're just trying to find something that we can get in and out of a little quicker.
Yeah, I think if we could find something that's closer to a major airport. Not right on top of it, but, closer.
Just because it'll be a little bit cheaper, too, because if we're having it at a location and you have to fly, and we can get into a major city rather than having to fly into, Knoxville, which that airport is real easy to navigate because I went to school there, but it's still a little bit more expensive. I think Southwest flies into there, but so anyway.
Plus, I was trying to find more things that would have maybe been a book convention or a book. So, if I could find something, they weren't publishing a whole lot of stuff yet, though. So I think it's starting to get more stuff.
A lot of people were sending us ideas, but some of the ideas were for now, for fall.
Right.
So we need some 24 ideas.
Yes.
So if you have anything?
Yes. Because this year is not going to work. And next year, my calendar is already filling up. So, like, I really wish I didn't have to get a job. I don't know. I'm still working on that. Anyway. C'est la vie. First world problem.
Somehow I stopped my screen here. Okay. Well, I'm glad everybody liked the book. That makes me so happy.
I know.
I'm really happy for that.
I'm too. I'm too.
This is my question I ask every single month. Have you read anything else this month that is to die for? Like, we need to read it. You loved it. You highly suggest it.
And if you ever do have stuff like that, you guys, please keep that chat going on the website or in Facebook group, because, you know, I look there and I see if anybody else is reading anything, and I'm going to try to get a whole lot better about posting more stuff. I think KRISTY and I have been talking about that, and, you know, we want to do that. We want to engage with you guys more, so we will make a better effort and want to do a lot of stuff.
Like, I know when I'm posting, like, this last post that I did, now I know it was today, only like 60 people saw it, but that video that I posted, it didn't get, there's 500 people in our group, and it didn't get nearly, didn't seem to, so make sure you're coming on and just checking the Facebook group just once or twice a month. That would be great if you're not coming in for the discussion. The Good Neighborhood, okay.
Ooh.
Write it down.
Is that a dark academia?
No, we just asked for suggestions for...
Okay, The Good Neighborhood. Right. Got it.
I'm just starting a discovery... Oh, I've got a heart over that last word. Hold on. A discovery of witches. So far, it's awesome. It's also a TV series. Just reading the... hold on. Why do I have a... There's a heart that's blocking everybody's water. Okay.
I think that's something that YouTube put on all of the live streams now. I don't know why. So when you click on the heart, like, this thing comes up, and they can either send us a heart or a thumbs up or something like that. It's something new for lives. Yeah.
Okay. That's annoying. YouTube.
YouTube has been doing quite annoying things lately, I have to say, but it's all right. So who wrote the Discovery of Witches? Because I feel like I've heard that title before, but I don't remember who wrote it.
You hear my boys downstairs? Can you hear them? The Bruins are on, so you know. There's hooping and hollering downstairs.
So they're doing well. Okay.
I don't know. I think I heard them say the Bruins are on, so I'm assuming that's what they're watching.
Oh my goodness.
All the Bruins in our house. All right, guys. Well, we're going to wrap up here in the next 2 minutes. If anybody has any last minute things.
Yep.
Then, you know what book I'm hearing a lot of buzz about, and I would love to know if anybody's read it. It's called Bad Summer People. Has anybody read that one? I just keep seeing, like, all the hype about it, so I kind of am interested.
I have not heard of that book. Deborah Harkness? That might be who wrote Discovery of Witches?
No, Abraham Verghese? I don't know if I'm saying that right. Oh, no, that's The Covenant of Water, sorry. So Deborah Harkness might be,
okay.
Discovery.
Oh my goodness.
What?
One person in each generation dies of drowning?
Oh, make sure you guys, before you leave, that just give us a thumbs up. Just hit the thumbs up button, and please make sure, whoever YouTube channel you're on, that you're still subscribed, even if you think you are. Sometimes YouTube will unsubscribe you. So please make sure you're still subscribed. That would be helpful. And if you're not, what you waiting for? We're fun.
Yeah, and like just subscribe to both of us. What the hey?
Lita said I had to push the button just to see what it did. I would tell Dawson when he was little, I'd be like, don't touch that, don't push that button, or whatever. Like, he'd be like, Mom, now all I want to do is push the button. I'm a button pusher. Don't push the button.
That's the last thing to say. The last thing is to say, don't do it.
It would make me laugh every time. He's like, but Mom, I'm a button pusher. I have to push the button. I can't help it. I gotta push it.
Oh my goodness. That's crazy.
Oh goodness.
Okay, you guys, well, we'll close it up and be on the lookout for any polls and stuff like that. I will make sure that I tag everyone so that you'll be tagged, and you should see that in your notifications on Facebook. So if you are interested in what we are reading and you want to have a say, come on over and put your votes in. And,
yeah, so the first one, the poll on the genre, and the second one will be we'll ask you for suggestions of the book of the genre we picked, and then finally we'll do a poll based on you guys' suggestions of that genre. So you'll, in the next maybe week, we should have 3 things we're going to need you to interact on.
Yes,
the genre,
and we will schedule the November meeting as soon as possible too.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
We're going to do November. We talked about this. We're going to do the November book, the book discussion. Oh, it's a long book. I don't know. I feel like it's the right thing to do, even though it's a long book. We're going to do it the week before Thanksgiving because it gets hairy that week. So don't let that deter you. Even if you don't finish the book, still come on. But we did make that decision because we just don't want anybody. I don't know. We just know it gets hectic for people.
Yeah. Yeah.
So maybe we do it. Maybe we'll talk about maybe the Sunday before Thanksgiving, something like that.
Sunday would be good, or if you guys, I don't know how many people we have here right now, but would you guys like to vote on that as well? I mean, I hate to have 4 million votes, but we can vote on whether it's Sunday or Monday or, something like that.
That's true. Yeah, we'll see yeah, maybe. Okay. All right. Thanks, guys.
We will let you know.
Fun.
Bye, you guys.
Fun. I had a good text. Leah says you were the same kid. I love it. Y'all have a good night.
We'll see you guys in about a month.
Thanks for coming on.
Bye.
See you on Facebook first.